Hey, good morning, and good morning to you, Kat. Wonderful to see you here. Now, the thing that I've got to sort out is being able to switch between these things that I'm using because I've locked a scene. I just changed up a new scene and I actually did lock it. So this that I thought I could move up, I couldn't put in the way. So do let your friends know that we're live. And I'm live in whether it's 5 or 6 places. It's two on the Be Live and 4, so it's 6 places. So 4 in the Restream. So I'm using Restream into Ecamm, and I'm actually using the camera through the Ecamm. So at one point, it's stuff you don't want to know. You don't care, I know. But it's just, this is how I sometimes get confused a little, because I've got the 2 shows going at once, the Ecamm and the Be Live, because I would like to share as much as I can these beautiful cards that I like doing the readings with in the morning. Good morning, Kathy. And so there's some comments I'm going to be making to some that you don't see on the other. Tracy, good morning to you as well. We've got Stephen this morning as well. Crispish morning there. Yes, it is a crispish morning here, because I even heard a little bit of the raindrops. There's some that's falling. And Tracy's mentioning there's an echo. Okay. That is one or the other. I'm not sure which. Because what I've got is my headset in. I've just got to check the setting here. You're not meant to be able to hear an echo. Okay, Sarah, good morning to you too. Sarah, I am well. And to Marie. Now, Kat is over on the Ecamm side of it, or the Restream side. Jaden says good morning too. Thank you. Wonderful good morning there. I'm not sure where and how I sort out that echo. Is it still there? Tracy, can you just let me know? Is that echo still there? So I'll just wait for that. And I'm going to just remind people that this is a general card spread reading. And Wanda is here as well now. Beautiful butterfly. And it is just for general guidance only. You know, this is the disclaimer section. Use your own intuition to actually be guided through these cards as we're reading through them. What I've done is used the same. I'll switch over to the cards now. Whoops, that card scene, I'm in the wrong place. Wrong place. Switch over to the card scene. And you should be able to see that on the Be Live now. Yes, great. And what I'm going to do is drop from the Be Live, I'm going to drop and how do I do that? Text that's running across the screen. So I do have my website, the rosbounty.com.au website is actually active now, and it's what do you call it? Yeah, it's open. There's some glitches, I know. I'm still fine-tuning some of those little errors, but do go over there to have a look. And those I mentioned last night, those who do find the errors, and let me know in the little Tidio chat section that is within that website, do let me know, and you get a free reading of some sort. I don't know what yet. So anyway, it's the rosbounty.com.au, and I haven't got that one up on our screen there. Let me just go and change that label, because it should do it okay like that. rosbounty.com.au. Let's see that. Does that show up right? Yeah, that's the right spelling. So have a look at that one too, as well as the Hypnosis Plus with Ros. Now, what we've got, as you can tell, I actually have a new deck of cards. Yes. So Tracy, if you're getting an echo, you might have 2 tabs open at once with the same thing on it. And hi, Stephanie. Wonderful to see you here. I'm not sure that I've actually seen your name pop up before. You're coming in from the YouTube. Does that show up on there? No, it doesn't. It shows me that you're watching from YouTube. So thank you for being here this morning. You can't hear an echo. That's wonderful. Okay. What we'll do is keep onward with our reading. So what you can tell from what is laid out here, it's a different deck. I got this in the post yesterday. It's Rana George's Lenormand deck, of course. It's beautiful cards. Absolutely love them. We've got, I think it's Mike over here on the Restream side coming in at Twitch. That's wonderful. Nice to see you, Mike. Wonderful to see you. Thank you very much for popping in. This is where it's a bit confusing because of the two streams that I'm doing, having one that can't see the other. But anyway, we'll continue onward. And Stephanie is here for the first time. Yes, just mentioning that. And yes, I reckon the same thing, Stephen. Yay, the new deck. I was so excited when I got it yesterday. The postie came at the door, and the dogs, of course, went bunter. Which means nuts for those that don't know what bunter means. And it was just so exciting. I got to them straight away and did a little mini video of sharing them with everyone. I think I did that on a Facebook. Anyway, we're here for the reading, and they're just so gorgeous. I did have to find a piece of cardboard to put in the window to stop the glare. Otherwise, you wouldn't have seen these beautiful colours so clearly. Because what you might be able to tell is there is, and I'm going to hold that one up, the man. Can you see how there's a beautiful gilded sparkle, gorgeous gilding colour of gold throughout all of these cards? It's absolutely superb. So there we go, looking down at the cards. So they are looking absolutely beautiful. Now, I'm probably going to be looking down at them now because it's a new deck. I haven't looked at them thoroughly. I did not spend too much time with them yesterday because I want the surprise every morning for myself as well. And that camera is, I thought it wasn't quite centered. There we go. We've got our wise little owl just there too, and the lovely Zen saying there. So here we've got the usual card spread. We've got the workspace is there, and that's got the book in it. We have the home space here. Now, this one's got a card. You probably can't see it. It's card 38. You may be coming familiar with the fact that a Lenormand deck, the standard Lenormand deck, has 36 cards. So Rana has placed 4 extra cards within this deck and 2, like an extra lady and an extra man. We'll see that. This is one of the extras as well. So this one, I think, is spirit. I went to quickly try and find what it meant in the book, but I ran out of time. So we have got that one this morning. So I'll be just reading that one intuitively, definitely. That's in the home space. We have the ring in the unexpected space. We have the young man. I'm calling this one the young man in the your role. And here in the center, we actually have card 20, I think, is the park. It looks like a park garden. So that's in our outcome position. Okay. So for me, that's actually showing up that we're needing to put more work in our workspace. It is going to be to do with some books and possibly research, looking up things, writing things down even. And Shaz here in our Be Live side, because she's got the Rana deck as well. It was her influence that got me to order my deck. And they are beautiful, aren't they, Shaz? So we'll get to that. The spirit one is clearing with sage and etc. So that's to do with cleansing and stuff. We'll get to that. And that's in the home space. So work with your books today, whether you're needing to actually be learning up some new things or that you're actually needing to do some research around what you might be developing as a project or an idea, and really getting into what is past knowledge, because in general, a book is written with that past knowledge and wisdom that comes into us via our life experiences or whatever way we receive our information, that we then have it written out into book form as information that's more formalized and easier for others to understand. So it is that sharing of our knowledge, and it's also, part of that research is picking up someone's knowledge that they've shared. So it really is a great interactive wisdom base that we're tapping into today in our workspace. So do access that with clear and open mind, that what you're moving into is a universal knowledge, because really when you understand what is our role in humanity in living this life, that we are that one in the mesh of the whole, that we are actually sharing all that we have in the forms, and in today's it's in the form of written knowledge of some form. So here's Sarah even mentioning she's started reading a few self-development books, so that's wonderful. And this is for those who are watching either on the Twitch or the other Facebook pages through the restream. Actually, I think if you look on what page you're looking through and what it's saying at the top of the actual live stream, it'll say via restream or via mytimetv.live, I think, or Be Live. Actually, I'm not sure about the Be Live one. Anyway, that's exactly what you'll be doing, Marie, writing proposals for some new workshops. And that's the type of difference that we have in our use of these cards. So gauge for yourself what's happening around your life as to what relevance these messages have for you. So thank you for those two examples. Wonderful, Sarah and Marie. And here we are moving into our home space. And as Shaz has already mentioned, or Sharon has already mentioned, and those on the restream won't see this, the actual comment that's just been brought up, it is that this card is spirit, and it's to do with clearing and using sage or some form of cleansing tool or energies. Intention really is a big part of how we do our own work. So if the intention is to energetically and spiritually clear your space, put that energy and those thoughts into that smoke that is burning from your sage, or that incense that you're actually smoking, is wafting into the corners with your feathering. Any way that you're doing it, even just the intention to cleanse and using the Reiki symbols if you're a Reiki attuned person. There are so many different ways to be able to actually cleanse your space. And also, it's also preparing that space for time that you're going to give yourself in meditation. And, really going to those depths of the inner you. That's our ultimate home space, isn't it? That inner self, that inner you. So Sarah, she's reading her self-development books, could be, guided to burn some incense and have that cleanse the area that you're even sitting in. Doesn't have to be the whole room or the whole house. It could be just as you're sitting, as you are in a chair or, at a table or whatever, that you've got something that is cleansing as you're reading, as you're doing whatever craft you're doing, in whatever purpose, you're even rearranging furniture from one room to another, which we did the other day. And this is reminding me, I think I'm going to have to sage the room. So that the new one, the old one, all those sorts of aspects of doing around our home space. So, and now we're moving up to the ring card. Now that is still a bit glary with the light that I've got in the window, even though I've masked a lot of it. Let's see if we can get that clearer without the glare. Isn't that a beautiful card? With that ring, it looks like it's possibly a ruby design of some sort. Look, it could even be in a heart shape. I can't quite tell. So this is how new I am to looking and seeing these cards as well. Now, Shaz might be able to put a little bit of insight on that too. If you're seeing a little bit of flickering, it's because I've got the ceiling fan going too. See that? Yeah, I can see that in that gorgeous gold. So a ring is about commitment and putting your mind to following a path true and straight. To me, that's just what I've received then. But it's also a ring is that factor of, it is a circle, circles being never ending. So it's bringing out what is that. Well, I suppose it is a cycle, but know that that's just something that it isn't always the boring and the repetitive and the bloody, oh, I did swear, getting things done, and it's still got to be done again. And cleaning just went through my mind for some reason. So it's, being this that's in the unexpected, it's just something that's going, and that's probably why cycling's coming up in it, the circle aspect. Putting the mind to whatever you're doing in your day, and it's going to come up with something that'll remind you of the cycle of things and getting it done. Yeah, okay, let's keep doing it so that it goes through what it needs to in some way. A little bit confused in that one for myself, so there's a message there I need to be looking at a little bit deeper. Could be clear for you, absolutely. And yeah, it is. It's completion. Which one's completion, Chaz? The ring. Well, a cycle does complete, but then you don't know where the start finish is what I'm trying to think of when I'm saying the cycle. It's never ending, but some things do finish, but it takes on to being the new energy in the next stage. So what do the playing cards at the top of the cards mean? I think it's really just a connection, Sarah, to what is the playing deck, because at the same time when the Lenormand deck was created and grown, there were the actual playing cards that had the different pips on. So they would have had, the diamonds, clubs, cards, hearts, spades, that playing deck. I think it was, I don't know whether they were actually around the same time, but they were similar timelines. That's why the Lenormand was, for those that couldn't afford the beautiful Lenormand decks that were being created at the time. And I don't know whether they were just handmade or how they did them when they were first created. I know it was a couple of centuries ago. So it really is, just that connection of what, I suppose, this is what my instinct is telling me, that it's what the poor man had the playing cards. Those who were rich had the beautiful hand-designed Lenormand cards, and there was the correlation between the two so that people could still play the game of Lenormand or do their divination that way. So I think that's probably how it was. Thank you. Maybe a stupid question. No, it wasn't a stupid question. None of it is. Yet the rings, what you're talking about. Yep. So there's all different ways of interpreting. I know that, Shaz, you've been following Rana for quite a while. They are beautiful cards, aren't they? So, and, oh, hi, Karen. How are you? I just nearly missed that. Lovely, lovely to see you here. So, it's with anything, it's our interpretation that means the most. What guidance you're getting through the cards is the more important than what is actually written in a guidebook. I said when I unpacked it yesterday that I probably wouldn't even refer to this book at all anymore, because I don't tend to do the books, the guides. And, so here's another interpretation. So Shaz has got something sitting in the way there. So Shaz has got the ring can come together, agreement, completion, completion, I think you meant there. So it is that type. Yeah, you did. You corrected it already. So it is that type of thing, as far as our own understanding goes. So over here on the Restream, there's another comment I can bring forward that does show up on the BeLive because I'm using the Ecamm virtual camera. So hi to the lovely Facebook user. What page you're in is the private group. So in the announcements, there is a pinned comment that says, give Ecamm permission to show your face if you want to. It's not an obligation, okay? So, and it's the personal interpretation or intuitive guidance that you're receiving. Okay, and Sarah's mentioning, yes, completion of a cycle. So it's actually all of those things. It's what means most to you. And that ring card is going to pop up as an unexpected opportunity in the day or awareness. So keep that in mind, that it might be something that you see that feels like, oh, I think that might have been the ring card. Not that you're going to live your day wondering about the cards. I don't. I just really enjoy coming in and sharing these and it really is a guidance. It's just, it brings that mind, the forefront of where we're heading to, more so to that third eye for me and the awareness of being in tune with my intuition throughout the day. But it's not with the cards as being that this is what I have to do. It's just, I've centered myself now. It's almost like my meditation, and I'm sharing it with you in whatever way that you can share too. And this is where this young man in your role is. I think it's just putting that focus. The young man is like, it's the masculine energies. It's bringing the right brain senses into action. It's moving into your day with that firm, confident step forward with the sun shining on you, the Ra energy, and combining, all that is in what we know as the energy of a young man. Confidence, even, sometimes that it really is a willingness to learn new things and taking those steps forward. It's not about sitting around just playing video games, which is what I'd seen my boys do when they were younger, because that was the era of when Nintendo started and all the rest of it. But they still moved through that stage and stepped out in confidence into their working lives, I suppose, and still learning all the time. And I'm feeling that that's what this masculine male young energy is informing us with today. That's what our role is to put that more confident and steadying aspect into our day, have that perspective. So that we're actually moving into this, that's the parks. I think it's the parks one. This one, because it's such a different design to what I'm used to with my Gilded Breviary, I am going to actually just look it up quickly in the guidebook. And it is number 20, and it's not called parks. There we have it. It's actually the garden in this book. And it does say this sumptuous garden is strikingly inviting with its gorgeous architecture and abundant richness. And pretty much that's all that this book itself is actually saying, except it does. I haven't, as I've mentioned, I haven't read this book. I haven't gone through the guidance that it's got. So there it's got in a reading. Now we are doing a reading, so I'm going to read this part for the reading because it is our conclusion. It's our outcome. It's the final card, okay? So what I'm going to do, read that. The garden represents a group of people, a gathering, a party, a convention, big meeting, a get-together, an event. And we are on our Saturday. It's the start of a weekend. There would have been a birthday party I was going to for my grandchildren today that had to get cancelled because of, last week there was the restrictions brought in. And luckily, the really big hard restrictions are eased tonight from midnight, but it still means that party that I was going to is cancelled. Many weddings and other events have been cancelled. So this is in South Australia. Not all of you live here, as much as a beautiful place. I'm sure you're all in wonderful, wonderful places wherever you are. I know that we've got some people from, is it US or Canada, Mike? I think you might be Canada. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And I know that we've got, one of the lovely newbies here in the Be Live one is from overseas as well. She did say, now I can't find the comment, but it doesn't matter. I'll keep on with the garden. Hang on, let me get back to it. So convention, big meeting, get together, an event, or society and the public in general. So the garden also talks about networking. I thought I got it right, Mike. I'm just going to put that one up. It is Mike, I think, isn't it? Yeah, Canada. I thought I'd remembered. Look, sometimes my memory does evade me, but I do like to know that it's not completely gone. So the garden also talks about networking, and isn't this a perfect medium for doing it? Being on an internet with worldwide coverage, I love it. That's why I love doing this too, I think. So club hopping or just being outside on plein air, the PLEIN, artist type plein air, painting outside. It's also about groups, associations and clubs. So the garden brings in the factor of multitude, many, and public, as well as wanting more. So it's a wonderful card. I really like how this one's depicted in its artistry. And just by the way, if you can see it well enough, the artist is a lady called Callie L. French. That did just focus well enough then, just for a minute. There it is. Yeah. You'll have to flick back and see that. Beautiful artwork here too, and a lovely little description in the guidebook because I did read at least the intro. So what we've got here really is a beautiful set of cards, like the deck of cards themselves are the set of cards. Yeah, exactly, Shaz. It's the online gathering. And Stephen, oh, you're from California, Stephanie. Wonderful. Well, it really is global, and it's just such a wonderful way to actually get together is via this sort of medium. And I have been trying to keep them to 15 minutes, and I don't know how long I've gone. I just realised, oops, here's me going on and on and on. It's been about 25 minutes. Ash, you'll be right. Have a great day, Wanda, too. So thank you for being here, because I am aware some people are still able to get to work or needing to be in that working realm. So put your mind to your books in your workspace today, and when you are in that home space, do that cleansing and contemplation. Well, I think it's got a bit of contemplation meditation as well, but it's cleansing your space. Be prepared to actually see what's going to be completed and be prepared to have it complete, or create that new cycle with the ring popping in unexpectedly today. And you're certainly going to be moving out and about now, in that garden space, in that public space, and getting together with other people is what I'm feeling. There is that branching into and starting back into recommunicating with others. Is that the right word? Anyway, you know what I mean. So with that, I'll go back to, oh, hang on, which one am I in? I'm in the wrong space. Wrong page. So I'll go back to that and I'll drop that down because that was the start screen. I'll get used to this at some point and be absolutely perfectly smooth with the process. But hey, it doesn't matter. Whichever way it comes to us, in that intuitive sense, be open to what you receive. And further to that integration to self and the learning and process that puts through to you to become and continue to be the best person that you can be. Spread it out there with love. I'm going to leave it there. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow at the 8 a.m. or close to it. And I'm not sure which one I end first. I think it is the restream. So namaste until tomorrow about the same time. Bye for now.